everybody, it's Vicky here. So today I'm going to do a 21 question witchy video tag. Basically I'm doing this because I've been gone so long that some of you may have forgotten who I am and what I am about and things about me. And to those of you new to my channel, that I have thought that the best thing to do would be to do this video, and then you'll get to know me and it'll be like an introduction again, if that makes sense. So I'm going to start off with the first question, and then we'll go from there. So the first question is, how did you first find out about Wicca? Now, I found out about Wicca when I was about 12. Prior to that, I had no clue about it. I was brought up as Christian and was living in a Christian household. So at 12 I got a magazine called Ms. Magazine, which was an English magazine for pre-teens. It had fashion, it had makeup, pop stars and all sorts of things in it. But in this one particular issue I purchased, it had an article talking about a teenage witch, Wiccan pagan girl. I found it really interesting. Then what I realised was in Ms. Magazine, each week, each time it came out, there was a spell in it, so I was cutting them out and collecting them, which I found really interesting and cool. And I liked looking at all the different aspects of each one of these spells, which was really good. So that is when I first found out about Wicca. So question 2, how old were you when you first started practicing? So after I found out about Wicca, about a year later my dad passed away, so I totally lost connection with Christianity. I turned my back on it completely and started looking more into the witchcraft, paganism and Wicca aspect of things. I was looking at this on and off for years, and I'd say it was a year before I started my YouTube channel that I really started practicing properly. So I must have been 22, 23 when I really started practicing. At 16 I was looking at bits and bobs, but when I started actually sitting down casting circles, I must have been into my early 20s when I started actually practicing as in properly. Question 3, are you in or out of the broom closet? Now, for those of you that don't know, the broom, sorry guys, for those of you that don't know, the broom closet is our term of keeping it secret and no one knowing of our chosen path or religion. Now, I am happy to say I am completely 100% out of the broom closet. My mum is not happy about it, but I don't live at home, so it's got nothing to do with my parents anymore. My partner, he doesn't really care as long as he's not involved. So I am totally 100% out of the broom closet. And I feel amazing for being out and proud of being a witch. Question 4, how old am I? I am 28 years old. I will be 29 in March. My astrological sign is Aries. Aries is the ram and I'm a fire sign, which is great because I can be a very fiery personality, and every trait of an Arian is exactly what I am. What was your first spell? My first spell, it was candle magic. It was it was a request spell. I'm trying to think because I've done quite a few spells. I think it was a candle magic request spell, and I think I was requesting the guidance of my goddess, so that's what I did. Yeah, that was the first spell. Yep, a candle magic request spell. Do I have a familiar? I actually thought my first black cat was my familiar, but he's definitely not compared to my little white cat. I will get her to show you. My little baby. Hello. And here she is. And this is my little Lola. Now I rescued this little baby. and she has been so good ever since we got her. And you can see a little white belly. But no, she is more familiar to me than what I thought my black cat was. She has all the traits of a familiar, and she is so lovable. Okay. So that is my familiar Lola. She usually comes and sits with me whenever I'm doing anything. She's involved in everything, and she is fantastic. And my other black cat, I never see him. He's always out. Favourite YouTube witches. When I first came onto YouTube, my favourite witches were Charming Pixie Flora, Shoe Whisperer. I like watching my friend Lisa's videos. They're really informative and she's really great. She's now called Voodoo Mama. She was Lisa the Pagan at one point. So they are the YouTubers that I technically tend to watch when it comes to Wicca and paganism. I've noticed though, since I've come back, that a lot of the originals that I were watching have dwindled and disappeared. You know, I haven't seen many videos from Mirth and Reverence for a while. There is quite a few really that have just disappeared off the face of the earth, and I don't know what's happened to them. Hopefully they're all okay. I know Mum's the Witch is still okay, which is good, but yeah, they are the main YouTubers that I have originally watched, and yet Lisa is the one I watch a lot of because she is one of the originals that's still posting. Favourite tool. My favourite tool is my athame because I feel so I draw more energy with that. When I do my circles, I love using it, and I love my athame. It has got a picture of the goddess on it. It is so pretty. I'm so happy with that. That is the best tool I've got. My second favourite tool is my crystal wand, which I love that to bits too because that also makes me feel so I'm drawing energy. And I have a third favourite as well, which is my pendulum because I feel so I get the most out of that when it comes to divination. I love using the pendulum. Have you ever had a spell backfire? I think it was more like karma it was more like a karmic backfire because I did a money spell, and the way it manifested was that I got into a car crash and ended up hurting myself and having some time off work. Not a lot of time, but it was a bit of time. I did get money from the crash, but I did crash, which is not what I was expecting to happen. So that kind of is like a karma backfire, like the self-gain whole thing. Number 11 is favourite herb. Always lavender. Always lavender. I use it with everything. Lavender is my favourite herb in the world. I love the smell. I love the look. I love how you can use it. It is fantastic. Favourite colour is pink. Simple answer. My favourite colour is pink. Favourite crystal. My favourite crystal is moonstone. That is the one I've always got with me, is a moonstone. Do you perform rituals inside or outside? I have done both. It is easier for me to perform rituals inside for where I live. If I do get the opportunity to perform them outside, I will. I have used my decking before now. You've seen my decking on a house tour when I first moved in. It's a bit more awkward because it's not as private. There is a lot of noise, people walking past the house, so I don't get much privacy from that. So I tend to do a lot of rituals inside because it's just more convenient for me to do them inside. And 15, have you ever done a spell with someone else? No, never done a spell with someone else. Always done them on my own. I don't know any other pagans. I'm not in a coven, so I am a solitary practitioner that doesn't have anyone else to do spells with. Favourite witchcraft movie? Okay, my favourite witchcraft movie, I love The Craft. I know it's not like proper witchy stuff, but well, it is technically, but they go really far-fetched in it. I do love The Craft. For a kids movie, I love Hocus Pocus. That was a great film. I love Practical Magic. that one is with Sandra Bullock. Fantastic film. I adore that film. Favourite incense always will be dragon's blood. I love the smell of it. Love using it in my magic workings. I absolutely love dragon's blood. Like I said, the next question is, are you in a coven or are you solitary? I am a solitary practitioner, but I've always wondered what it'd be like to be in a coven. Would I learn a lot more? Even though I've been teaching myself for a long time, would I learn more as in a coven than I would solitary? I don't know. At the moment, solitary, because there are no covens in my area that I could say I could happily join. Favourite sabbat is Samhain. It's been Samhain since I loved it since I was a kid. Best holiday ever. Loved it all my life. It's always going to be Samhain. What rune is your favourite? I don't really. I've got runes, but I don't really use them, so I can't say I have a favourite rune. So I can't really answer that question because I've never. I started looking into them, but I concentrated more on my tarot cards and my runes. So I can't say that I have a favourite there. And favourite witchcraft book. I love so many. I love loads of different ones. I think the Wicca handbook is probably one of the ones I use the most. But I use them all in different ways to gather my learning. I use a lot of Scott Cunningham's books as well at the moment, and they are really, really good. A lot of my books are donated as well. I do have one pagan friend, but she actually lives quite a distance away from me. So when we did work together, she did give me a few books, which was really, really good. I do use a lot of fairy magic books. They're really important to me, my fairy magic, because that is my main area of practice is with the fairies. So I do use a lot of fairy magic books. So guys, that was the last question. I ramble a lot of it may not make sense. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please comment down below. Some of you may want to pitch in anything I've had to say. Some of you may disagree with some things I say, maybe think I'm a bit weird and wrong. I don't really care. This is me and this is how I am. So guys, sorry again for the rambling. If you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you all soon. Blessed be everybody.